Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Welcome everyone to Wrestling with Savage. You're here, you've made it, you're watching the live weekly update, and we're going to get into it tonight. We got a lot to talk about between Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and of course, I'm always going to be accompanied by my co-host, my wrestling buddy for life, Jay. He'll be here any minute because he never misses a show. He never misses a show. What's going on, man? You're rocking the Nightmare shirt tonight?
I have to. There's a storm here in New York that's a nightmare right now. This is the perfect shirt for the perfect night. I'm serious. It's horrible.
No, you're not wrong. It kind of is a nightmare. I think we should just kick off the show a little different. We just go right into this, get this out of the way. Welcome to the breaking news here with Savage, and let's get right into it. Andrade possibly cleared for a path back home to the WWE. There has been a cancellation at a recent GCW event. That could be an indication of him heading home to the WWE. Monday Night Raw could find a new home with Amazon Prime Video, and you know what? That's going to piss off a lot of people, but guess what? What happened there, Jay? Did it get cut off? Did I get cut off? Did I get interrupted by my own show? What's going on here?
I gave it a few seconds and then I said something technically is going wrong. Something is absolutely wrong.
What is going on here? I have to fire someone. I'm going to fire someone. I don't know. I'm going to blame that on the internet, man. I'm going to blame it on the storm, actually, Jay. I think the storm right now is so bad outside.
I'm doing good. That's mine. It's up and running, so
who knows? Yeah, but you know what it looks like outside in my backyard right now? It looks like
I know. I gotta go out there, walk my dog.
You gotta go out there. My whole backyard is torn up. I got poison trees that have been ripped down, power lines that are probably gonna catch fire. It's
the thing, man. You live like with power lines all over the place.
I don't know, man. You know what? All right, maybe we'll get back to the breaking news later. I guess we'll get into the WWE weekly review later. The road to Mania has begun. It is real. Jay, are we ready for this road?
You know what? I'm getting kind of excited for the Rumble just because it keeps me guessing. I've never been this guess. I think Savage. I think everybody could say this is the first World Rumble we ever had in a long time that we don't know who's going to walk out the winner for the men and the women.
No, you're not wrong. It's kind of crazy right now what's going on with the WWE in general. They're like absolutely on fire. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Steven Chambers, Bake Fresh. Appreciate you guys being here. New York City's going through a lot right now. It's literally getting like hammered out there, and I don't like it.
I'm going to have to drive, brother.
But just like WWE, the show has to go on. So we're talking about SmackDown. We'll get right into SmackDown right away. The results for January 5th, 2024, the LWO brawled with Angel and Humberto. Big time matchup. It's beautiful to see Santos Escobar back on like such a stage right here where he's getting a match with Kevin Owens. Even though he lost to Kevin Owens, just having that match with him, I think it's already putting him on another level, already giving him a rub, already giving him a big fucking push, man. Now I'm all for it. I like it. What did you think of this match?
I thought I heard more from the Storm going on tonight than I did from Santos from the crowd. Let's face it. Every move set he was doing was just quiet. It wasn't working, and I wasn't really feeling it. It was a good match, but Savage, can we say that we did not know who was going to be the obvious winner? I mean, we all kind of put our plug that KO was going to win as soon as they started feuding with Logan in the very, very beginning. So, I mean, when you have that, and Santos didn't really go over, I don't know if he should have got the loss, but it is what it is. I don't know what we're doing with him, but hopefully Garza and Humberto could do some good in him and hopefully get him on that heel fire run.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The match wasn't like much to really like gloat about. I'm just happy to see him having a match, but he still took the stunner from Kevin Owens. And then Kevin Owens wasn't done. Kevin Owens would then attack Logan Paul, not only attack him, but knock him the hell out. And it's on now. It's Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble. Nice shot there of Logan Paul getting knocked the hell out. What do you think we see here in this match, Jimmy? Because my take is Logan Paul, and we're going to get into that real quick because we're going to talk about that. That was a moment.
Honestly, Savage, I think KO can make him look so good. Yeah. I think he's a better dance partner than Rey Mysterio. Let's face it, that match was sloppy. So I actually looking forward to it, and I think the story could just very well be a right hand, Savage. Let's not forget that Logan Paul has a dangerous right hand. We've seen it with Ricochet. So the battle of the right hands could be a story play here too. Someone's going to get knocked the F out.
I'm kind of with Steven Chambers here. I think that Logan Paul is going to be protected, and I think he's going to be – that's why he's given Owens, because we know Owens can deliver in high spot matches. We know he is a risk taker. We know he is someone that you could work with very well in the ring, in the locker room, in the back to prepare and execute this match to perfection, and maybe even steal the show at the Royal Rumble, which is never easy to do, especially this year with the lineup we have going into it. So big shout out to Logan Paul, Kevin Owens. I think they're going to kill it at the Rumble. But now let's get into the returning AOP carrying taking out Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I don't know why we're still calling them that. Street Profits and Bobby Lashley looking very good. I mean, what are we doing here? Because weren't we building these guys up and then they're just being torn down to start off the new year? I mean, where do you see this going except badly for the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley as far as their unit is concerned?
Savage, I'm truly wrong. I should be apologizing now because I thought all along Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits were heels because they were cutting heel videos, heel backstage segments. They were coming out as heels. They were cheating as heels. Everything was just heel. But tonight, this very night, just proved that the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley are baby faces moving on. Let's face it, they're not going to be heels against this group. Now, was I impressed with AOP? I've seen that already. It's impressive, but now the big question is this. They have a lot of faith in Karrion Kross. Can this make him stronger, which I believe it did? Yes. But can he carry that strength and actually build his character and have matches, like decent matches?
I think he can, but how consistent is the booking going to be? Like right now, they got him kicking off the new year looking like an absolute stud. He's coming out. He's destroying a former WWE champion. They're destroying the Street Profits, one of the more impressive tag teams WWE has produced in the last few years. And they're just making them look like trash. Like trash. AOP coming out heavy, hard. Karrion Kross, heavy and hard to start off the new year. So if they... It's almost like that Judgment Day rub in the beginning. Like they just let Judgment Day go out there and kick ass. If that's what they're going to let Karrion Kross do right now, why wouldn't he be able to build the confidence to go and deliver these matches that you want to see out of him? I think so.
I hope he could prove me wrong.
They got to make a choice, though. I'm tired of them pulling the trigger and then, reaching in to stop the bullet before it goes off. You know what I mean? Like, let these guys, let these talents get their run, let them go off, let them be themselves, let them be unique. And I really love the fact that WWE seems to be that way. And we're going to get into that on Monday Night Raw because I thought we saw two of the biggest stars in the world get the opportunity to kick off the show and be themselves. It was nice to see a nice change. Bobby Lashley vowing destruction on AOP. Let's see if he's going to be able to live up to that and get it.
Bounce back.
We'll see. He has to say that. Io Sky defeats Michin, who, said 2024 was going to be her year, but it didn't start off that way. All right, Io Sky retains her title. Some nice shots of the match, but Io Sky is the winner. I knew that was going to happen. But Michin, do you think it's going to be her year, Jay? Or is she just reaching with that?
I think she's just reaching with that. Let's face it. She hasn't been booked consistently for us to even give a damn. This match was actually a good match. And believe it or not, nobody gave a damn. The crowd didn't cheer. They didn't pop. The only big pop in the match was basically the Styles Clash that Michin did.
Yeah, maybe. And barely.
Overall, I'll tell you why the crowd's not into it. Because I know Michin. I've seen what she could do. But I'll tell you why the crowd was into it. I'll tell you why the fans weren't into it. Because we don't know anything about her. We haven't seen her consistent on TV. She hasn't been booked properly. And if she does, she's either in a comedy act in the back or she's taking losses.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I just don't see it being her year. But, I guess she has to have. She's trying to be confident, right? What else is she going to do? Tyler Bate and Butch defeated Pretty Deadly, and Pretty Deadly was pretty upset about it. I'll tell you that at the end of the night. They were going off. This was actually a really good match. I like seeing the tag team of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I think they're phenomenal. I think they're better than the Brawling Brutes. I actually think they can go on to have a legitimate run in the WWE as a tag team, because obviously they don't know what else to do with them as single competitors. So as a tag team, solid connection, solid match, solid win over a very good tag team in Pretty Deadly, who almost had the match in the bag. But that's a great tag team move. That German, that clothesline, man, together they make it look perfect. They have the friendship, they have the years of experience that make them look like a real tag team. They have that tag team mentality, good teamwork. Pretty Deadly vowing revenge. Very upset after this, Jay. What did you think of the match?
In response to the comments, first of all, yes, it was a good move. Tyler Bate went into SmackDown, so that was a really good move. This was a good match, but once again, the crowd wasn't into it. And why? Because we got a rookie out there. We got Tyler Bate. Not a lot of people know him, but it's a good sign. But then again, I don't know if it's a good sign, Savage. I was a fan of Butch. I mean, I think he could have had a singles run. I think he could have went for the U.S. title or be a U.S. champion or Intercontinental. I mean, he's been in the tag team for at least 2-3 years, going back to Sheamus. I mean, are we just going to keep him there?
Yeah, I think we are going to keep him there, but we're going to see what's going to happen. WWE's got a lot of surprises up their sleeves for 2024, so we're going to have to all stay tuned, pay attention. Now, Roman Reigns, looking more intimidating than ever, even, man. I mean, his facials, his expressions, his presence is godlike, man, and like the shirt says, levels above the rest. That title, that manager, that just standing next to that WWE logo, and he's like the walking version of the logo. He is the company right now. He is the standard bearer. He is the tribal chief. He is the man. And guess what? He is not happy about that triple threat match. And that triple threat match is one hell of a match. This could headline a pay-per-view in any arena in the world today. LA Knight, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles. Are you kidding me, Jay? Wouldn't you say this is maybe like the dream match for some fans?
Yeah, it was a good match until the finish.
Of course, Randy Orton would have his night ruined. LA Knight would have his night ruined because Roman Reigns would come in with a bloodline and wreak havoc and cause hell and do what he always does. Be the big bad bully, come in and bully everyone and try to get his way. But tonight, though, that wouldn't work for him. Being the bully wouldn't work for Roman Reigns on this night. He thought right there in this moment in time that he solved all his problems, Jay. He thought that he handled business for the bloodline. Here, same thing. He thinks he's handling business. Look at him knocking out LA Knight, spearing Randy Orton, destroying anyone in his way, anyone who's coming after his title. Holding that title high in the air in front of everyone in the corner. You could see Mr. Paul Heyman having a conversation, and that conversation would come after the fact of Roman Reigns making sure that the whole thing would end in controversy. But his plan would backfire. And Nick Aldis would inform Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns would now have to defend his title against Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles in a fatal 4-way match. So, Jay, I'm going to you first. What was your take on the way SmackDown ended and now the setup for the championship at the Rumble?
All right, call me conspiracy theory. But what if Nick Aldis was involved in the storyline somehow, just by the way this ended?
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Can we see him do something at the Rumble?
You think he's going to screw Roman Reigns, is what you're saying?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, the way this was said, right? Let's just look how it was said. You're whispering it. You're whispering it. We never seen that. Let's be real. We have never seen something like that. What if he was involved somehow in the Rumble or Elimination Chamber, let's say, whatever the case is. But what if he was involved somehow in the Rumble? What if Roman Reigns wins, but he just reverses the call?
What's going on, Hunter Iggy? We'll get into that in a little bit.
I asked everybody this.
It could happen.
I asked everybody this, though. This is how I feel about it. Now, where's the Rumble at?
It's in Florida.
It's in Florida. Okay, there's absolutely no way he's losing the title. Let's be real. He comes out with a levels above hoodie that we haven't seen. It's probably on pre-order right now in the shop. And it's in Florida. Let's face it. You really want to lose the title you built for so long in Florida? No offense to Florida. I like Florida. I like to get a tan too. But I don't think it's a monumental place where it needs to be like a, New York, MSG type of. So,
I mean, AJ helping Tribal Chief to win the title. Maybe, listen, at the end of the day, something's going to happen where Roman's probably retaining that title. If he loses the title, I will genuinely be shocked. But all that would tell me is that he's definitely fighting The Rock at WrestleMania. And it's going to be not for the title, and they're going a whole different route for Cody. They're going a whole different route for Punk. What happens at the Rumble, though, Jay, will determine the entire foundation of the WrestleMania plot line.
So they're this close to beating Hogan's record, and they just going to give it up?
No, of course not. My prediction is that Roman Reigns holds that title until WrestleMania 45. I've said that for a while now.
That's like
I'm firm on that. Don't care.
I just got him beating Hogan's record.
Truthfully, I think that's what's going to happen. Now, listen, let's give this one more shot. I think we can.
Look at that. Look at that walk Nick Aldis does. Look at that screenshot. Look at Paul Heyman.
Let's
I could definitely see him getting involved.
Let's give these people the breaking news now. I think we can get it this time.
Welcome to the breaking news here with Savage, and let's get right into it. Andrade possibly cleared for a path back home to the WWE. There has been a cancellation at a recent GCW event. That could be an indication of him heading home to the WWE. Monday Night Raw could find a new home with Amazon Prime Video, and you know what? That's going to piss off a lot of people, but guess what? You're all still going to pay for it. Dolph Ziggler confirmed for New Japan Pro Wrestling debut match, and Becky Lynch has her eyes set on Hollywood right after she's done with the WWE, and I think she can do it. Cody Rhodes addresses losing WrestleMania spot to The Rock and CM Punk. Basically, people, those guys are superstars. They're mega stars. They transcend wrestling. I'm going to just focus on what I need to do to finish my story, is what Cody Rhodes had to say. Paul Heyman thinks he's the greatest manager of all time, and you know what? I would never argue with a man, not in 2024, but come and talk to Savage in 2034. Rey Mysterio plans to return for the Royal Rumble. LA Knight hated working under Vince McMahon. That's no surprise. A lot of people did, and also a lot of people loved it. Matt Riddle making splashes everywhere by talking about his career in the WWE. He believes him and reuniting with Randy Orton will happen one day. Riddle also confirmed that Vince McMahon pulled the plug on him, winning Money in the Bank at the very last minute. And in other shocking news, Riddle said Brock Lesnar literally called winning the Royal Rumble on the spot, and no one dared step in his way, and I can believe that. But he also made a splash on the indie scene, fighting and defeating Jacob Fatu. Congratulations to Riddle on making your return to professional wrestling. And that is the breaking news for January 9th, 2024. Head on over to wrestlingwithsavage.com. Check out our shop. Pick up our merch. Special sale tonight only. Haku 8x10s autographed by the man. $20. Limited time. Come on down. wrestlingwithsavage.com. Make sure you're following. Make sure you subscribe. And most importantly, thank you for being part of the Savage Kingdom. Now let's get back to the weekly update right here on Wrestling with Savage.
Okay, it worked. Great. I don't know what happened last time too. It's okay. That will never happen again. And if it does, it's because I'm an idiot. But I'm only a human being. It can happen once in a while. Even humans make mistakes sometimes, like myself.
Storm.
Yeah, we can blame it on the storm. It's okay. Nick Aldis, though, looks sharp in that suit, but he might want to get a new one, brother. I don't go on pay-per-view with the same suit. I don't even go on anything. I don't even do breaking news with the same suit 2 times in a row.
Savage, I want to say what's up to Travis, brother, but I think you got a question by Hunter, Savage. You should take it.
Well, the Hunter question about New Japan, WWE did announce that they're going to be working with Stardom. So there's already connections and things happening. I think them working with New Japan Pro Wrestling would probably be the nail in the coffin for AEW right there, because that's kind of their lifeline right now, is working and tapping in with all these different promotions. And I'm pretty sure that if WWE decided to work with New Japan Pro Wrestling, it would be under the circumstances that they're not going to work with AEW anymore. So I think there's a possibility of it happening. And if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen this year. I think a lot of things that people thought would never happen are going to happen this year. Just like Punk being in the WWE right now. Maybe like Marty Jannetty getting inducted into the Hall of Fame in, a couple of months. Maybe Savage being on the WWE Network inducting Marty Jannetty into the Hall of Fame. Because if Shawn Michaels tries to, I'll spear him through the damn plaque that they try to give Marty.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see them coming to WWE, to be honest.
Nah. But I want to give a shout out to Riddle, by the way. Riddle was at the Wrestling Universe. Here's some footage of Riddle actually interacting with the fans, and every fan he interacted with, by the way, he was awesome with.
I'll bring back the fellas. You guys are coming out.
You ready, man?
I'm ready for you guys.
This morning.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I've seen it from that video. But I remember. I remember that. I remember. Right? It's my warmest outfit. So I live in Florida.
I'm just here for Riddle. You heard that kid? That fan told Maximum Male Models. Nah, man. I remember you, but I'm here for Riddle.
It's messed up.
Whose figure is this? It's for sale. $20. Who is it?
Yes, $20.
The man that everybody's here to see.
This is not the time.
Riddle.
Can we rewind that part, please? Can you go back? Come on, one time. Come on.
I can't rewind it. I can play it again.
All right, play it again. Play it.
Whose figure is this? It's for sale. $20. Who is it?
Yes, $20.
The man that everybody's here to see.
This is not the time.
Riddle. You like that? Right? That was a nice touch.
It's $20.
I put that camera right in Lewis's face while they were arguing about that figure.
It looked like he was gonna kill a customer.
I got one more.
And our and many others.
Guys, great. I'll sign this. One, two, three, good.
Yeah.
Now, if I wasn't dying, Jay, I would have probably talked a little more to Riddle. And
wait, hold up. Did you take a picture with the models?
Of course, yeah. I have it in the slides. Those are just the videos that I wanted to share. Riddle was there. I guess we might as well go into the upcoming events. You are watching the weekly update here that we do every single Tuesday night at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow night, come back for the AEW weekly update. See Sting there looming larger than life because he's retiring soon, and it's his, his farewell tour. and you're going to want to be there to watch all the action. Royal Rumble coming up Saturday, January 27th. I will be doing play-by-play coverage on this for sure because it's a big event and we need to build the Savage Kingdom. And I don't remember better ways of finding new people to actually be part of the Savage Kingdom than doing these live play-by-plays. And we're going to actually maybe let Travis in on this one. I think it's time the Savage Kingdom hears from Travis and what he has to say. It ain't going to be tonight though, Travis, so you hold on tight and keep your butthole tight. Now, Royal Rumble, again, Saturday, January 27th. We already know one match confirmed, which is going to be that Fatal 4-Way. And now we also know about Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. So it's going to be a great event. Shout out to Casey Navarro, the first ever BPW champion. He will be competing at Inception. So the night after the Rumble, if you want to hang out with Savage, if you want to watch some of the best professional wrestling in the world today on the indies, you're going to come on down to the Signature Event Center, 137 Aaron Lane, Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania. Doors open at 4 p.m. Bill time is 5 p.m. Our first pay-per-view of the year. Savage will be there, and you never know what's going to happen at the battlefield when Savage is in the building. I promise you that. Sign up to Premier Streaming Network if you can't make it. Watch it from home. Catch Saturday Morning Superstars, and make sure you go to Pro Wrestling Tees and support me, Wrestling with Savage. Support the Wrestling Universe. Support Party with Marty. And come on down to the Wrestling Universe and meet legends like Maximum Male Models, Masay Mansour. Now they're MXM. Okay. We also have Riddle, who was just there. You saw all the videos. Here's some of the pictures. There's the picture of me and the models right there. Now, I was recovering from COVID 76,000, and dude, I was dying. I wanted to get in there, get my shit signed, and get the hell out. I talked to Riddle for a few minutes. Very good dude. I talked to him enough to the point where he's going to come to the battlefield and he's going to have a match there this year. And we're going to make that happen. And this is some of the stuff that I got signed, some 8x10s. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Had a good time with him. Good experience. Upcoming signing, just announced Kevin Sullivan in the house. And February 10th, ECW Day. Make sure you come and see all the stars. Alberto Del Rio is going to be there February 3rd.
February 3rd.
A lot of people. Yeah, it's coming up. That's coming up. Look at all these stars. Right here. Look at that. Steve Corino, super rare appearance. And the stars.
See that? If I had the belt, that'd be the first thing to get this.
And Mr. Rob Van Dam will be in the house. I actually think I'm taking him out to dinner that night. So expect some exclusive content that week on Wrestling with Savage with Mr. Monday Night Savage. With Big John over there. Maybe Jay's even gonna have to come out for dinner. I mean, I think I have to talk to your I gotta talk to your secretary, man. Because your secretary keeps you very busy.
Oof.
Rikishi and Mick Foley recently announced. We got a lot coming up.
He's gonna be everywhere. I heard he's gonna be in Jersey this week.
He's gonna be at ISPW on the 15th. I'll be there. I'm going to make sure I talk to him again, and we got to reacquaint ourselves. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but he knows damn well who I am, and he hasn't seen this version of me yet, and I think he's going to be proud of how far I've come because I actually talked to this man for a few years over the phone. This was at a time where I was still considering getting back into professional wrestling. I talked to him at 29 about it, Jay.
Do you have pictures of you and him back in the day so you could show it to him?
Of course.
Oh, it's priceless, man. Once he sees those photos and the evolution, it's over.
Of course. Pictures, videos. I have the interview that I did with him. I'm going to be at WrestleCon, all right, with the House of Heathens, with Marty Jannetty, 4-star that I'm going to be dropping the name soon. I'm waiting for the paper on ink, all right? It's a big star. It's an ex-WWE star. It's a former champion. It's a former legend.
I have a question, Savage. I think the Savage Kingdom want to know. I have this question. Now, will Marty Jannetty somehow pop up in WWE that weekend?
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. All is hush on the front. Can't talk about things.
Can't get closer than that.
It's bigger than your pay grade right now.
That.
And also just announced me, Tony Gurria, absolute legend. Jay, if you're familiar with him, he was a WWF Tag Team Champion. And do you know who he was champions with?
Not off the top of my
There's
head.
your trivia question. Okay, you don't know. Anybody in the chat, do you guys know who
Off
Tony
the top of my
Gurria
head,
was
I wouldn't.
tag team champions with in the 80s? I'll give you guys a couple seconds. All right. It was Rick
Let him Google.
Martel. It was Rick the model, Martel. All right?
Okay.
And
I was
this
just waiting
guy's the
for
real
him to
deal.
Google it, though. It's all right.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal. Anyway, let's get back to SmackDown now. We got to bang out this show so we can inform people on what happened.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait, we're done with SmackDown.
We're done with
Roman Reigns.
SmackDown. You want to go back?
Yeah, well, no.
Let's
All
move
right,
forward.
it looks like Paul Heyman wants to go back and slap Nick Aldis. But now we'll get into Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
And now let's get into my favorite part of the night, which was this opening segment here where Drew McIntyre engaged in a war of words with CM Punk. CM Punk gave him the floor, gave him the opportunity. And you know what? Punk, I think, did the right thing by letting Drew McIntyre get it all off his chest first, because there was a lot there. There was a lot to say, a lot to compound. Drew McIntyre definitely made it personal. He talked about the COVID era. He talked about WrestleMania, main eventing WrestleMania. These are things you've never done, and you want to come back here after 9 years and get a hero's return. And yeah, he went in. And in my opinion, and I want to know yours, I thought Drew McIntyre won the exchange in the promo battle that night.
I didn't really see it like that. I thought they both did a great job on both ends because they were kind of telling us the story. They were kind of telling us the history of how they left and they came back. But Drew did, I think he's doing probably one of his best work in the last 2 years as a heel. I think it's just perfect for him, and it showed here. This also teases a match between them somewhere down the road. But Savage, this is what I was talking about earlier, about when you were talking about Royal Rumble play-by-play, that it just keeps you guessing. Now, there's people out there that could be like, well, I think Drew could take it. Oh, I think Punk could take it. No, I think Cody could take it. It just keeps you guessing. And I think this makes it a very, very special Royal Rumble this year.
Beyond special, man.
It.
This gave me goosebumps. No, I liked it too. I'm not going to say he won the exchange. I think Drew McIntyre just sounded better.
I never saw it as a contest. That's what I'm saying. When
I thought Drew McIntyre sounded better. And just the picture. Just look at the comparison.
That was cool too. And you know what was the great thing
about this?
Look at the size. You know what the great thing about this is? He didn't blink. Freaking great. And another thing, Savage, you're a fan of Adam Hangnail Page. I am not. I'm sure some people in the chat are. But this is the same exact promo that Adam Nail should have done, and he didn't. He went rogue. It's the same thing if you compare both. Only difference is Drew stuck to the script. Page went off the script. Think about it.
Well, I think these guys definitely probably talked a little bit about what they were going to say, what's okay, what's not okay, because Drew definitely probably has a good relationship with CM Punk overall because he's worked with him before. They have a long history. It's not like they just met for the first time. I think it's going to be interesting because Punk ended it very well. I'll give him that. The line he used to say, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to throw you out last. You know, very ballsy, but also, you know, to somebody who's never met CM Punk, watched him wrestle before, and they're just looking at him and they're looking at Drew, they're probably like, yeah, right. You're going to throw out Drew McIntyre? His muscle is bigger than your head. Drew looks the part. Unfortunately, he's in a situation of wrong time, wrong place. And, you know, CM Punk is on that momentum train right now that WWE knows how to take and make even bigger.
So when's the next appearance, Royal Rumble?
Probably not. No, we'll probably have to wait another week and get something. I'm wondering if we're going to get any physicality before the Royal Rumble.
I think he needs to warm up, man. He's
I think why not have him have a match next week?
Matches.
No, why not?
What's up, Penalize Tony?
Why not have
great interview, by the way?
He should have a match. 100% he should have a match. There's no doubt about it. He needs the practice. He needs the reps. But you know what? We know he can go. I saw him wrestle at the Garden.
That's
all right,
different.
It was a little rusty.
That's like 2,000 people, man.
No, shut up. It was 15,000 plus. What? I have the pictures. What are you talking about? Why
Okay. That's still low though. 15.
15, it's sold out. It's sold out for the season.
What do you think Mania is going to have? 15, 30,000 people?
All right. Well, Punk's not a stranger to Mania, man. You got
saying.
Tantalizing Tony in the house. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. He came on here. Savage is the GOAT. He said it. You know?
That's what you got to tell Foley.
Make sure you hit the likes. Travis, I don't know if MJF's going to be in the Rumble. And if he's going to Rumble, is he going to win? No.
He signed already.
No way.
He signed. He gave it up.
To the E?
He wanted to be with his best friend, Mr. Fragile, over there.
Oh, he signed back with AEW?
It looks like it, Savage. I mean, come on.
Let's not. This isn't AEW. We're on WWE right now, right? MJF's not in WWE yet. Let's stick on topic here. Tommaso Ciampa defeating Finn Balor, which I was very happy to see because he deserves more than what they've given him over the last year, especially, you know, these shitty mid runs with the Miz and this. Fine. Now you're out here. You're beating one of the best members of the roster in Finn Balor and beating him convincingly, okay? Embarrassing everybody on TV and talking trash, telling people you're the next tag team champions. DIY, who knows, maybe Triple H's pet people. He loves these guys, right? His little project. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Jay, I'll go to you before we move on to Kofi Kingston, who I heard was injured after that. What do you think is going to happen?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Every time you see Ciampa and Gargano, it do absolutely nothing for you. You know why? They weren't built properly. And this is what we get. I like the cheating part. They're going to get a title shot. Let's see where it's at. Raw or Raw.
Well, we're going to have to wait a little bit to see where they're going to go with that. But Ciampa does deserve it. Gargano does deserve it. But do the fans think they deserve it yet? Have they won over the fans? I'm looking at this guy's face on the left. That guy holding the rail. He has no clue who these two guys are yet.
They're not winning me. It's also
Kofi Kingston versus Ludwig Kaiser ended in a double count out. The match itself, actually not bad. I kind of like Kofi Kingston's new approach to ring gear. You know, they're kind of walking away from that New Day. They're maybe trying to re-identify themselves. Maybe trying to reinvent themselves. Ludwig Kaiser, always sharp in the ring. And, I mean, this guy's got 0% body fat. Well, what did you think of the match before we move on to Rhea Ripley?
I thought it was a good match, Savage. I know you said it was okay. It was a good match to me. And I think it's good we saw finally another side of Ludwig Kaiser. And this is all going to lead to a match next. Let's just see where it goes.
Okay, time will tell. Now, this segment here to me was a little cringy. I did not really love it for, all intensive purposes. They just need someone to feed to Rhea Ripley, and that's how I see this playing out. I am not convinced that Nia Jax has a shot in hell to defeat Rhea Ripley. I just don't see it. I know it said there Carter and Chance.
That shocked me because my prediction was totally off. They're not fighting at the Rumble. Now I'm kind of thinking they're going to fight Elimination Chamber because she's Australian, right? So that makes more sense. So I was like, okay, they're going with her at the Rumble. All right.
This is them to give her big moment, body slamming this Goliath boom and all
I
this
could see
in front
it too.
of her home people and all
I
that
could
good
definitely
stuff.
see it. The unstoppable force being stopped.
Absolutely, just being crushed
But
over here.
let me just end it with this. I still got Lynch and Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania 40. It's not going to change for me.
Travis also says no chance in hell Ripley retains. That's a good call, though, Jay. What'd you think about the tag team match? Katana, Chance, they retain over, Chelsea Green. And what are we calling her now? Is she do drop?
One day she's Drip, the other one she's dog shit, and then she's Piper Niven.
Dippity. Oh yeah, she's Piper Niven now, right? She went back to Piper Niven.
I'll just give my take on this. I thought this was good because this is what the tag team needed. It needed a good match led by people, even though you may call them rookies. They've been in NXT for the last 3-4 years as a tag team, Chance and Carter. Now that Chance, where she did that Hurricanrana right off the top, that was very impressive. It got a big pop too. if you let these girls defend the titles or just even have matches and give them wins, it will build credibility. And you could see by that match, the fans were getting a little behind Jackson Carter. You just got to book them properly like they did here. And I thought it was good. I thought it was perfect.
I think you're right about that. I think they are finally building up momentum, but they they have to continue to build up the women's division to have teams to feed these.
And this is the right
make them big stars.
This is the right tag team to do it because they've been tag team for years, like I said, and they have chemistry. Something that Niven and Green and the others being held before never had.
Now, I loved all this. I love everything they're doing with R-Truth. He explained
I
the love
loved
he
it too.
shares
I thought it was
with the
funny.
Judgment Day. He's phenomenal. He's probably the best talent they have on TV right now. The Miz would go on to defeat JD McDonough, and I actually enjoyed this match too. I thought it was a fine match by Miz and just showed how damn good JD McDonough is. He's one of the top talents in the company. He's one of the top workers in the company, and he's proven it right now, taking losses to the Miz and looking incredible while doing it.
Is he Savage? Is he
yes, he is.
He's been.
He's going to go on. I promise you, Jay, he's going to go on to be WWE champion.
Does anybody know why JD's in the Judgment Day? I asked anybody in the chat. I'll give people some time. Does anybody know? Do you know Savage? Do you know why he's in the Judgment Day?
He's there because he's a great worker, just like Travis said.
No, he's there because he's there to take the losses out of everybody. Used to be Dominic Mysterio, and now it's JD taking every loss for the Judgment.
Well, that's the point, man. He's a worker. He's putting in the work.
Savage, if you keep doing this, you're derailing his ass just like the one train in New York City derailed. You're derailing it. And that's a bad look because then I can't take this guy seriously. I'll just consider him another Miz.
No, you will take him seriously because he's going to come back and have a different evolution of his character where he's eventually going to phase away from the Judgment Day, maybe create his own stable and prove his worth. It doesn't matter when the time comes.
It doesn't matter. It does matter.
Listen, no, Jay, it does not matter. It does not matter. Jinder Mahal wasn't booked the way he was booked 10 years ago, but guess what? It turned out pretty good for him.
Publicity stuff for India.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 10 years ago, you put in your work and you get to your level, man. It doesn't happen overnight. The problem with guys like you, Jay, is you see someone that you like, and hold on, I'm talking now. Let me
You're attracted to losers.
I'm gonna say one name. I'm gonna say one name. Zion Quinn.
You have a pledge of allegiance to
Zion Quinn. You were talking shit about this guy, but he's gonna be The Rock. He's gonna be this. The point is, you don't just become The Rock. You have to work to become The Rock.
They were booking him like him, and then
they
were.
No. You saw something in him that just made you think he's good.
He's still there.
But my point is, you're not. My point is, you're not wrong about him. But the thing is, you expect it to happen much quicker than it's going to.
Savage, you just made JD so serious in NXT. You could have won the title against Breaker. Then you bring him up here to take every single loss. Look, you want to take losses, I get your point, but you got to win at least a match or two.
He's going to. Don't worry.
He has not.
Jinder Mahal hasn't won a match in a year, and he's fighting for the title next week, and that doesn't bother you.
Come on, Savage.
It bothers Tony Khan, but it doesn't bother you.
You know how that all booked. And we're not even getting to that. Maybe we should get into that.
Here we
get into your boy Rollins and Jinder. Now that you're talking about it.
Listen, man, The Miz, another guy who has impeccable work ethic, and that's why he's still there. R-Truth, impeccable work ethic, which is why he's still there, still has a job. And you know what? R-Truth is so hot right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they put a title on his ass this year. Jinder Mahal claimed to be disrespected, and he picked a fight with a world heavyweight champion in Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay,
Rollins, hold on. I'm going to go to you straight after this.
Got the spot.
What now?
Why do you think Jinder is challenging for the belt? I'll let you take your take on it.
Can I do my job and then we pass it to you? Can I do my job?
I'm being a nightmare tonight.
Jinder Mahal would shock the world when he would interrupt Seth Rollins. And a lot of people are upset about this, particularly someone who owns and runs AEW, because they're like, how do you explain this? This guy hasn't won a title in a year, and a match in a year, and blah, blah. You know why? Because he's a former
Let me tell you why, Tony Khan, because he's a former WWE champion and he held it with such high regard and dignity and class and style and grace. And he was one of the best heels the company has had in a long time. Everybody hated the guy except his country, which, by the way, is another reason why he's a draw, because he doesn't just come to shows with fans in the building. He doesn't need a fan in the building, because his fan is an entire country, billions of subscribers to the network. He is the reason why they make a large amount of money from India every day. And that is why he's challenging Seth Rollins for the title, because Jinder Mahal is money. He's a money performer. He is a money attitude, money work ethic. He has the look. He can talk, and he can wrestle his damn ass off. And you can't tell me I'm wrong, Jay. I love all of this. And even, let me tell you this. If Jinder Mahal beats Seth Rollins next week, I might cry. I'll celebrate. I would be so damn proud of Jinder Mahal, because he would deserve it. And I would love to see them just spin the whole shit and just make everybody sick and piss everybody off and just spin the whole foundation on its damn head in 1 week and say, you know what? We're dropping. You beat all these crazy people, Seth, but guess what? Next week, Jinder's got a surprise for you when his boys come back, and make sure that he walks out of that match with that title in his hand.
It's the longest take I ever heard of a Seth Rollins segment. I'll tell you right.
And it wasn't.
It's just simple. The only reason Jinder is on the spot for the title next week is plain and simple. He did great last week with The Rock, and he showed it tonight. It was perfect. He deserves it. Is he gonna win? No. Typical Rollins, typical laugh, typical this, typical tease. Nothing special.
So you think Jinder has zero chance next week? Do you agree with Travis
I think
that he has zero chance?
I think the company in the back from last week really, really took it high on what he did with The Rock. And I thought it was good, and everybody. So, I mean, it blew up records in social media, for God's sakes. And they gave him a shot tonight. And I think Savage, I honestly think tonight was like sink or swim. Sink or swim on this promo against the top guy that's been holding the belt for the year.
And guess what?
If he sank Savage, that would have never been for the title.
I think this is nothing but good news for Jinder Mahal. I think he's going to have an incredible 2024. I think nothing but blessings are headed his way, especially when you're in the ring with the Messiah, the architect, Seth freaking Rollins, who's also Wrestler of the Year last year. So who wouldn't you want to work with the Wrestler of the Year? So congratulations to Jinder Mahal. 1 week with The Rock, the biggest star in the world, and next week in the ring with the champion of the company. And I love it. I love it. Now we get Ivar, who defeated Otis. So another slapping meat. Jay, go ahead. What was your take on this?
It was a short match, but I loved it. I loved the part where Otis grabbed and did the power slam, even though it didn't come off pretty. And I love that back moonsault Ivar though. I think they're booking Ivar great. This is probably the greatest thing that ever happened. No offense to his partner getting hurt, but it seems it's on a good roll. And
they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going.
I think we do need a meat match in WrestleMania. I think it's fun.
No, why not? They should make this a match every single week until like Survivor Series.
Yeah, like WrestleMania. Boom. That'd be a good.
Now, I love this main event. I thought this was a main event deserving of a Monday Night Raw, and just what a great way to start off the new year, and just with a huge bang, big time match like this.
Premium live.
Yeah. And give them time to work, tell a story. The match was gorgeous. Cody Rhodes.
One thing I didn't like though. I didn't like the Nakamura double knees on the table. I didn't like that spot.
Okay. Everything was good though. To me, everything played.
Everything else was good.
It's like a hardcore match, street fight.
And a clear winner. We got
That's the spot. Right. That's the spot right there. I didn't like that spot.
We got the
Why not do a splash? Why not do a splash?
They're trying to do that because they want to like sell that he's trying to really hurt.
But the table, by doing that, the table didn't break.
He's going after that injury. Yeah, but he was going after the pec.
Yeah. That was the only complaint for me.
Great match, though, man. Cody Rhodes triumphs over Shinsuke Nakamura in a brutal street fight to end Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, in my opinion, probably show of the week. No doubt about it.
It started good. Everything in the middle was but it ended good.
Fire. It was a fire Raw. Fire Raw. It's going to be I don't think AEW's touching Raw tomorrow night. Not happening.
I don't even know. I mean, I just feel like that. Am I forced to watch these Adam Cole segments with his legs just flopping? Oh my God.
Yes. Well, we're gonna get into AEW tomorrow, but we have to get into NXT. Okay. NXT tonight. Jay, go ahead. You know what? I'll let you do your thing. You love to talk. Why don't you? I'll do the slides and you tell the people what the hell we saw.
There's no slide, so okay. So this is what started off. Nakia Lyons and Bill Davenport, DK. They were fighting for 15 minutes till this match happened. Let's get to the next slide, Savage. Let's go. Bang! This is what I call a very, very bad match live. Now, let's not forget, people. Nakia Lyons in NXT 2.0 was probably the most impressive wrestler they had, and she was on the top to win the belt until she tore her ACL. Now she comes back and she just looks like she got fatter. She's slower. She's out of breath. I mean, for God's sakes, did anybody watch this match? Because I literally thought she was going to break her neck while trying to get a vertical suplex off of Blair Davenport. She was just too out of breath, holding in the position, and I really thought she did an Undertaker Goldberg to me in my eyes tonight. Her kicks are looking great. I'm not complaining about the strikes, but everything else is green. And that spot was very dangerous. You could tell Davenport was hurt. Then on top of that, and checking in to see, hey, are you okay? I'm just going to German suplex you next on your head. Obviously, that's going to hurt someone. I think she has a lot of work, but let's be honest. If it wasn't for the big mama ass, I would have fired this girl a long time ago.
He said I would have fired her a long time ago. What's going on, Jake? How you doing, man? We're breaking down NXT right now. Jay, the only thing I liked from this match, I did like the German suplex. I know, I watched the match.
So you didn't see that spot?
Of course I saw that spot. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about anything you said. Though. All I'm saying is the only spot that I liked was the German suplex that she was able to pull off.
I think you do like 15, 20 bumps, 3-4 minutes. This girl can't even run to the partner. Are you crazy? You gotta lose some weight, man. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's not even the weight. It could be just the conditioning. Maybe she's not working out enough. I don't know.
Well, it looks like those kicks are doing something.
I don't know. But now we get into the Dusty Classic, which is going to come on later tonight. They're showing us screenshots of Dusty Rhodes. We got this little package in the back with Carmelo and Trick again, and they're on the same page. They're best friends.
Yeah, they're boys now. All right.
They're going after those tag team titles, Jay. They want those tag team titles. They want them really, really, really bad. Do you think Trick Williams, out of all the people in the Dusty Classic right now, I don't know. I think they're going to go all up Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin on this tag.
You know, they killed this story so many times. It's like played out.
Okay.
We boys.
Well, okay. So that's played out. But we're going to get into, of course, Braun Breaker and Corbin right now because they had a match on NXT for the Dusty Rhodes Classic. And they would absolutely decimate Gallus. I mean, in my opinion, Braun, just incredible. Baron, you know what I think of Baron Corbin and them together. I'm liking it even more. It's like two assholes come together for a common cause. I'm all for it, Jay. I'm all for it. They need a manager. I'm there. They need a manager. I am there. Look at Corbin. I've never seen Corbin more focused in his life. He wants this Dusty
You're
Rhodes.
Getting abused in the match mostly.
Yeah, but he's focused. And look at Braun. Look at him.
Savage, I'll just say this. Braun Breaker is a superstar. If nobody's seen it in this match, I don't know what the hell you're missing. But this was a decent match. But let's face it, the way Breaker and Corbin were working together, you could tell they don't have No chemistry whatsoever. They look like they were lost in the missed spots. But maybe that's their whole story here. Maybe that's what they're going for. Two guys that really can't get along. They can't get their movesets right. And hey,
they have to find a way. They have to find a way to make it work. They have to find a way to become a tag team.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm a fan of this story so far. I like it. I think they have good chemistry together.
I don't
maybe
think
not maybe not in the ring yet, but personality wise, they have a great personality chemistry right now. Look at that spear.
I didn't like how Gallus took that spear. I don't know, like
100%. I agree. Travis Braun is ready for the main roster, but we're getting gold out of him right now on NXT. So I'll take that gold for as long as we can.
Not even a question.
So who's winning this? Let's say realistically, if we have to pick right now.
I got Breaker and Corbin.
Yeah, I got Breaker and Corbin all the way. It's probably going to be Breaker and Corbin versus Carmelo and Trick, I would think.
Squash them.
Or we see some kind of dissension happen where Carmelo costs them the match, and then Onofre and Blade move on. I could see that as well.
I'm so tired of this. It should have happened a long time ago.
First of all, Carmelo shouldn't even be anywhere on NXT right now. Carmelo should already be just on SmackDown exclusive.
You listen. I'm cool with Breaker staying in NXT. I think he needs to stay there. And when you bring him up, you're gonna have big plans with it. As for Corbin, come on, Savage. It's gonna be the same thing. You bring him up.
Look at Corbin. Look how excited he is. He's so damn hyped to take this trophy home, man.
Yeah, another Heritage Cup.
Another trophy to put next to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Now, what did you think of this? Tiffany Stratton had to go and pick up horse shit and work on the farm, and she came dressed like she's in a strip club. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
I thought it was great, but I thought it should have stopped after this video. I don't think it should have continued throughout the whole night.
So it should have just had one vignette.
I think this would have been the perfect video, and that's it.
Okay.
Half the fans, oh my gosh, she's gonna pick horse shit, and then
but they should have combined the two videos.
But they did too much.
They had to show. They have to show her digging horse shit.
You don't have to.
You have to. You have to.
You don't have to.
God damn it, Jay.
If you have to, why do you have to show it to me 3, 4, 5 times throughout the whole night?
And they showed it to you twice. Now you're overreacting, sir. You're overreacting, sir.
It was showing horse crap video slides. Like
you're overreacting, sir.
Oh, I think
this to me was the cringe of the night. Okay, I thought this was terrible mic skills on everybody's part. Very bad. I have no interest in anything that's happening in the NXT Women's Division at this point at all. Jay, your opinion. And that's not true.
I'm going to say this. First of all,
I have no interest in the championship story.
First of all, Lara Valkyria has the package. She has the look. She can wrestle. Here's the thing. This was horrible, and this was all over the place. Because you have a rookie right there, Lola Rice, coming out that's not even developed yet. I'm sorry. She did bad to me. Bad to me on the promos. And Lara Valkyria is the NXT Women's Champion. She has now found her voice. This was clear tonight. There was no voice. There's no... Listen, Elektra Lopez did absolutely nothing. She didn't speak. And she has more persona than the champ. Tatum Paxley, who's a green wrestler, has a persona than the NXT champ. The NXT champ has everything but the voice and the persona. I said it. You need to book it with Paxley to get her somewhere. This is troubling. This is like battle shit. One more, my ship sunk. It's that simple. I don't know what to say, Savage. I keep saying it every week. And this was horrible. You know why? Because it was live.
Oh, yeah. There's no going back. It was bad. It was cringeworthy. If you didn't think this was a terrible segment or the worst segment of the night, then I don't know what the hell you were watching. We have Metaphor over here, and then they're going to get interrupted by Briggs, and he's going to challenge Ura Mensa to a match. They're going to have a match. Now, this was a little interesting. We have Lexis King over here basically talking about how this guy, he thinks his time is basically over, and it's his time now. It's Lexis King's time now. He's going to cash in that contract. He wants a North American title shot, he wants him to sign that contract, and this is going to set up the main event for the night. So we'll get back into that later. Oro Mensah would take a loss to Briggs. Guess what? Nobody cares. Jay, I don't even think you cared. Do you want to talk about the match?
I just think he should be the next big guy.
All right, next big guy.
Over Von Wagner. He's a.
Well, where is Von Wagner, man?
There's Tiffany. He's it. This guy could do it.
Here's Tiffany Stratton. She's getting ready to pick up the shit. There she is. She's clean. Actually, no, she's not picking up the shit yet. All right, Jay, I guess was right. They had 3 videos, but now she's cleaning the horse, and she thought her job was done. And then, Fallen Henley's like, no, you're not done yet. Now you got to clean up the shit. You got to clean up. You can't put a clean horse back in a dirty barn over there. So go clean it up. Shut your ass up.
You know why I think I hate it? Because she was on Busted Open this past week, and she was saying, oh, I'm going to have her clean up horse crap and that. That's why it's a buzzkill.
Well, they got to show it. Why not? You got to show it. Yeah. We get into this tag team match, and I got to say, I was actually impressed with this tag team match. All right, I really was.
Weird.
I was impressed with. What do you mean? With the Mafia. I was impressed with the Don. I was impressed with Starks. I was impressed with the family.
Savage, you're losing your mind. You must have not watched this match. Yeah, it started okay, but then it turned into crap. Look at that spot. Go back. No. Go back to the slide. That was the missed spot of the hard camera. He didn't even touch the guy for the Bulldog. Just went down. I mean, we've seen these mistakes a lot tonight, and these guys weren't it. I mean, I think it's a great story. 2 big guys against the Italian guys, but let's face it, these guys ain't ready. There was some missed spots, and it fell apart.
Well, maybe so, but I'm still impressed with Stax Lorenzo and Tony D. They're a great tag team. They're winning on NXT. They got the gold. They're really coming together. Their gimmick looks good. I like the change in the ring color. He's wearing red now. They got their valet. Yeah, why not? Listen, I'm a fan of Tony D and Stax, so I'm being biased, but I thought they looked good. Maybe the other team didn't look good, but at least Stax and Tony D came out on top, holding the titles, retaining the titles. Strong win for them, in my opinion, because they're beating, like you said, 2 bigger, larger, stronger guys. Now, what's up with this Chase U Anonymous crap?
I have no clue.
No clue? All right.
Interesting.
Now, what are we seeing here? Oro Mensah basically saying that he wants to cash in this contract tonight. What's he saying? What's he talking about right now, man? Because I'm pretty sure he would get interrupted by Lexis King, who would tell him, no, you know what? You don't have to cash that in tonight because you're going to go on to become the NXT champion, and I'm going to go on to become the NXT North American champion, right? That's what happened. What happened here? What happened with Rich Holland and this guy?
Why are you hanging out with the brutes, yada, yada. They're going to fight somewhere down. That's his next opponent. So.
Okay. We didn't get an update about Dragunov tonight either, did we?
Pull that bait and switch on us, man.
They really did. Now, were you a fan of this match, Jay? Gigi Dolan taking on Cora Jade. Cora Jade coming out. She's looking hot. Gigi looks hot, but is the match hot, Jay?
The match wasn't hot because of Gigi Dolan. But let's face it, Cora Jade did her job. This match is just to build her heel. And it was short. It was sweet for Cora Jade, but I'm not impressed with Dolan here.
Not impressed with Dolan at all.
I'm not.
I can't say I was, but I was impressed with Cora Jade. She's picking up the big win. We go back to now. What's going on here? They're
I
upset.
don't know who that is, but a lot of people knew who that was in the crowd. If anybody knows who this person is, let us know in the chat. But
yeah, I had no idea who this was. I think this is their new direction right now. They're
no, I like it. I just don't know who this person is. But you saw the crowd. They were like.
I didn't even realize that. No. Are you ready for this match?
Oh, here comes another example of horrible. Why do they have Walker in this match? I don't understand. This guy is pure trash. I mean, I did not like it.
Obviously, Axiom and Nathan Frazier are going to pick up the win, and they're going to pick it up very quickly. I don't even understand the point of the match. Hank and Tan, just send them down to MLW or something, man. I don't know. We're back with Tiffany Stratton. She's having a terrible day. She's got shit on her face. She's had a hard day. But you know what, Jay? She paid her dues, okay? She did what she said she was going to do. So I'm proud of Tiffany Stratton. I'm proud of Tiff. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, but you made it seem like
Tiffany, you did a good job.
Her dues.
Tiffany, don't listen to Jay. All right, I know that you were out there today cleaning that horse shit. And I know you're not used to things like
I was
that.
out in the rain.
And
man.
Tiffany, when I get down to Florida, I'm going to sign you to an exclusive contract to the Savage Kingdom, and you're never going to have to deal with that again because you sweetness, you're greatness. You're greatness personified, and you need a savage in your life to make sure shit like that doesn't happen, okay?
Enough with this. Oh, God.
What was
Because
this?
another person they introduced us without saying the name.
Who the hell was this?
Some girl that does exercise.
Who the hell is this? Does anybody know who these people are?
Please let us know in the chat.
Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams versus Anofi and Blade.
Oh, that should be a
happen
great
next
match.
week. And LWO versus Chase U, and Chase U's in bum mode right now. They're not winning anything.
I can't even see Duke
Now,
teaming up with it.
What the hell is going on here? Lexus King, we're pushing this guy to the moon, right? For weeks, right? We're pushing him to the moon for weeks. We're making him look cool. He has a unique entrance. He's having big matches. He's challenging now for the championship. And he loses. Bottom line, he does not win this championship match. It was a good match. I liked it. I enjoyed the match. But I'm not a fan of the booking and him losing. What did you think?
I was okay with the match, if that makes sense, because I felt like this wasn't Lexus King's greatest performance. I thought it was
not at all.
One of the lowest, especially when they were trying to. I don't know what happened. I think there was a miscue. Like Lexus kind of ran, but Dragon was supposed to grab him to throw him to the ropes to do a move. And I think Lexus King got a little lost. But I was okay with it. But that's pretty much it. I didn't even think the finish was smooth either. I thought it was a little horrible.
No, definitely not smooth. Why would it be smooth? It wasn't smooth.
The Operation Dragon is just a flip reverse DDT. It just looked kind of nasty.
But it wouldn't end there, all right? This wouldn't be the end of the night because Obafemi, that's how I say it. Obafemi would come out, cash in his contract, and he would now take the title from Dragon Lee. He's now the new North American champion, and I'll give it to him. He's got the look. He's got this guy like 10 feet in the air damn near, bringing him down heavy, and he is your new North American champion. That's how we end NXT. Jay, what do you think about your new NXT North American champion of the world?
I was shocked, but I think the company has a lot of faith in this rookie to just give him that North American title. I'll tell you that. I like it because you could also put anybody with it, and anybody could take it because he's a rookie. But they got a lot of faith, Savage. But I'd say he has great charisma, size, strength, the look, and he could talk. We saw it earlier tonight. We didn't really get into that. He can talk. Even though he has an accent, he's not rough. So they got a lot of faith. Let's see where it goes.
I think he's got a big career coming up ahead of him, but he's got a lot to do first in NXT. He's going to have to prove himself. He's going to have to really go out of his way to prove that he is ready for everything. So from WWE this week, Jay, what was your favorite show of the week?
Oof. It's definitely not NXT. I'll tell you
Was it SmackDown?
Oof.
It wasn't WrestleMania because we're not there yet. SmackDown had a lot tonight.
I'll say Raw.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely Monday Night Raw, man. I thought Monday Night Raw absolutely killed it. As far as WWE is concerned, how can you even remotely argue at all?
I'll say Raw.
At all. So tomorrow we have a lot to talk about. AEW. Samoa Joe's your new AEW heavyweight champion of the world. I think he is going to talk. I mean, I'd like to see him fight, but what do you think about MJF going to need surgery, man? I heard.
Yeah. And the way they keep talking about him, it's like, okay, he probably signed. They gave him a whole crap of money. And I think it was the right move. I don't think WWE can even book him in a place now. They're too on fire right now.
I'm going to give the WWE fans a little sneak peek. Actually, F it. I'll just let you guys watch the whole thing.
Breaking news here on Wrestling with Savage AEW edition. Let's get right into it. There is trouble at the Hardy compound. I think these two are headed for Splitsville, as all the lingo you believe in on Twitter and the TikToks and the Instagrams. Let's stay tuned to this. Hopefully they can work it out. Otherwise, Matt Hardy's going to be paying a lot of money in child support. And Don Callis wants to beat the hell out of Ric Flair. Are we going to see a match between the Nate and the Callis? Is it going to happen? This is insane. I don't think it should. Both of these men should stick to what they're doing right now. They're already killing it. No reason to kill each other. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Matt Riddle addresses if he's going to be going to AEW. And the bottom line is this: not anytime soon. He has bigger plans, bigger fish to fry. He wants to go to New Japan. He wants to travel the world. And he wants to kick ass all over the place and have fun while he's doing it. Maybe he'll go to AEW when he's done. Bryan Danielson set to have his dream match with Zack Sabre Jr. in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Is it a dream match? For some. For me, it's another one of those matches on AEW Rampage. I mean, come on. Bryan Danielson's the real McCoy here. Mercedes Moné might have already signed a contract with AEW. We might be talking about her tonight or maybe next week, but I'm hearing the deal is done. Mercedes to AEW. You heard it here first. Now, Swerve Strickland, congratulations to you. You landed yourself a movie role, a horror movie nonetheless, called Stiletto. I think he's perfect for any kind of horror role. He's scary, he's a badass, and he knows how to kick ass. So congratulations to you. I hope the movie is a success. And MJF is injured. He's got a shoulder injury and a hip injury. God, it's never ending here at Wrestling with Savage. We're always getting interrupted. These people in the back can't do their job right. This stupid ass in the corner over here can't even get the lights right. The graphics guy is a joke. I'm gonna fire everyone when I'm done with this. It's unbelievable the disrespect that Savage is getting over here. The Savage Kingdom deserves better. MJF, like I said, shoulder injury, hip injury. He's determining whether he's gonna have to have shoulder surgery or not, because if he does, he'll definitely be out for at least 1 year. Whatever he does, I wish him the best. Quick recovery. We need him back in the world of wrestling today. And that is breaking news for January 10, 2024 AEW edition. Now let's get back to the weekly review here on Wrestling with Savage.
So I let you all get the sneak peek. I showed all of it to you. You saw it. So you got the AEW breaking news and the WWE breaking news in one night. So you should feel blessed.
Also, there was some breaking news that Tony Khan went off on Twitter.
To me, that's not breaking news. He's a loser. Like for that,
he just went off at the Jinder Mahal segment.
Bro, he's having arguments with USA on Twitter. Like, come on.
I can't believe this guy. Like, really?
You got nothing better to do? Like maybe book some matches.
He's blasting the Raw angle they did with Seth. He's blasted.
I'm not even concerned about making fun of Tony Khan anymore, because I look at his workers. They've been making fun of him for years, and they're still getting paid for it. I mean,
why is he writing this?
I don't know. Tony, you need to take
how
a
many
break.
wrestlers in this company said they're here? They're not here for competition.
Dude, are you even hyped for tomorrow's show?
After this, what I'm reading right now, I don't know.
Do you even know who's fighting tomorrow?
Looks crazier than Jericho.
It's not
Jericho's still gonna come out after that.
Yeah, bro. Yo, but I'm hearing Jericho's gonna be done soon, bro. Like done. This is what we got tomorrow on deck for Dynamite.
Oh, this should be a banger.
Like I said, Sting's farewell tour. They're going off on Sting.
Guys that should have retired 20 years ago, but yeah.
Ricky Stark's going one-on-one with Sammy, and I hope it ends in his loss. I think he's gonna love to Sammy. You should. Keep going, right? Claudio versus your best fan. You love Hangman.
Why this match?
What is this match going to do for either guy's career? Unless it's Hangman kicking Claudio's ass. I don't even see that. I bet you Swerve's going to get involved.
Or the embassy. The story with Swerve was, if I beat Paige, I get elevated to the next level. We're back on the same level.
Because he lost the tournament, though. He lost the tournament. He lost to John Moxley. Samoa Joe tomorrow night. And they just say Samoa Joe. He'll be there. They don't say he's going to talk. They don't say he's going to fight. But the champ will be in the house. In this picture, he's still carrying that Triple B. So maybe tomorrow is going to be the time they give the new title. I heard he's getting his own title.
You know, no offense to Joe, but Jesus, this guy is over 40-something years old, and they had nobody else to give the title to in the company, but they gave it to Samoa Joe. No offense.
No, he deserves it, though. He deserves it. He's big.
Are you telling me there's nobody else that could have been champ?
Are you telling me we don't have anybody else? We have to just stick eight of these females together for a tag match that's probably going to be all over the place?
I don't understand why at all.
What story does this serve? Like, how do these people all come together for matches now all of a sudden? The good guys and the bad guys, that's all this is?
I don't know. I feel
and then what the hell's this? What you have one? This is the most lopsided team I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's Lance Archer, the Destroyer.
You have Dustin and Edge on the same team. Orange Cassidy on the same
Dustin? The guy that can't sell and forgets? He was selling his ankle and then he forgot about it. He was doing
a lot to look forward to tomorrow night, Jay. A lot to look forward to tomorrow night on AEW. Actually, not tomorrow night. Tonight. It's 1 in the morning.
A lot of bloopers later on tonight.
Damn, bro. All right, let's get the hell out of here. You've been watching Wrestling with Savage. He's Jay. I'm Savage. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe. Let all your people know about this show every single week. And drop comments if you have questions, concerns, ideas. Let us know what you want to see here on Wrestling with Savage, and we'll catch you next time.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.